Clarence Cook, a candidate for trustee of Shelby Township. Welcome,
Yes.
Clarence.
Yes, welcome.
Nice to see you once again.
Yes, second time around here.
Yes, sir. And thank you for being here. And we were both kids then, and we're not that much older 4 years later,
Oh
right?
yeah, that's a few more gray hair.
Yeah. How long have you been a resident of Shelby?
I've been a
Clarence?
resident for 25 years in this wonderful community.
And why is it that you want to be elected? You obviously do because you're making another run at it. What is it that you really would like to accomplish?
Well, I have been here, like I said, for 25 years. I've seen a lot of things come and go. This next election is going to be very important for us, probably one of the most important ones. And I like to be there to be able to help. I've done a lot of things in the last 10 years from the podium. I've made awareness. People will say, hey, thank you for what you've done. But I could do so much more if I'm sitting on that board.
On the other side of that.
On the other side of it.
Other side of that equation.
10 years of that I've been here. And another fact is, I didn't just throw my hat in the ring a few months ago. I've been up there for a long time. And when this election started, I was there again, and I stayed after I lost the other one. And that's what you're supposed to do.
Well, you've got spunk and stick-to-itiveness, right?
I got my community.
And obviously you care.
At it.
Clarence, occupation, history a little bit about you?
Well, my occupation, I had worked for Detroit Edison. I was a manufacturer's representative. I'm an insurance agent. I have a small business, as you know,
I'm very
with
well,
the chamber.
Very well aware of that, and we're grateful for that.
Everything's fine, but all that leads up to what I've done in the past.
Special strengths or skills, what gives you a chance to expound here, that you would bring to this office?
Well, I was on the HUD Consensus Committee in Washington, D.C. I brought numerous legislation to Lansing and had it passed.
Involved with veterans, I know.
Well, not involved with veterans, but also for people in our own community right here. I've also been involved. I was president for the Manufacturers Homeowners Association of America for 8 years. I am on the board of directors with the Optimists. I've done numerous things in our community. I was Volunteer of the Year for Macomb County several years ago.
Good for you.
So I've done a lot of things in leadership on different boards, Lake St. Clair, Lake Erie Advisory Committee. So I bring those leaderships, the knowledge, working together with people.
Good, and we appreciate and value that. In your opinion, and there's probably more than one, but the greatest concerns facing the township, you said this is maybe the most important election ever, and what would you propose to do about them if you're elected?
Well, there's things that have happened in the last 4 years. You know, the board, as far as the fiduciary responsibility, they have to do something according to the state, and they've done it. They've done the job of working on it, as they've said, on that part of it. But I believe they've lacked the enthusiasm, the desire, the understanding of the people that live here. I'd like to know, if I have a concern, if I was a resident, when I went up to that podium, who's listening? I know I'll be listening to you and you and you. But this is what's important, the concerns of our residents here. And I don't think it's been done. And it's shown in the last 4 years. We've had national attention because we had a clown sitting in the audience. That went national, that went state, that went community. These are things that we don't have to have. They bring up one thing about fiduciary responsibility, but what about the other side? What about the people? The people are what's count. You know, a politician gives their oath to the party. But when is the person running going to give the oath to the people they represent?
And if elected, how's Clarence going to change that?
I'm going to change it because I'm going to listen to the people. I'm not rubber stamping anything. I'm going up there with the views of the people. I'm a consumer advocate. I always have been. People know that. They know that I'm speaking for the people. The things that I present are open. They know. I don't, if the board answers and they can say what they want or don't, at least the awareness is to the people what's going on. And I let them know by asking questions.
In my newspaper days, we talked about that a little bit. You were a very good advocate for your association.
I appreciate that very much, and I continue and want to do that right here in Shelby Township.
Yeah, Clarence, what do we know some of the things that are wrong, but what are there are many assets here. What do you see as the township's
Well,
biggest assets, or largest
I'll
assets,
tell you,
best?
I'll tell you.
Yes, sir.
You know, many people have said Parks and Recs, and they're right. But you know what the greatest assets are? The people that live here. The people that live here, the in-service community organizations, the Rotary, the Lions, the Kiwanis, the Shelby Township Community Foundation. All these
You're
people
not
relive
golfing at
life.
their outing today either, like me.
Oh, but I have
Foundation,
myself
I mean,
being
interrupt you.
represented out there.
Us too.
But these are the things that are important, the volunteerism. Like I said, the relay of the life. All these volunteers we have, that's our assets. It's the people living here. And that's what we should be concerned as politicians. Like I said, the fiduciary responsibility is there. Nobody's going to give the house away. But it's the other things. When they come up to that podium, are you listening to what they're saying and represent them? You know, like I said, a lot of people give their oath to the party, but what about the people? That's where they forget. Once they get in office, I don't know you no more. That's not me.
That's how you see it.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. We have a little bit of time, and I know you had some things that you might have wanted to get in that we may have not got to yet, but you know, we're going to close when we get to that with why people should vote for you. So you might be able to want to weave why people should vote for you along with if you had any other concerns we weren't able to get in at this point. It'd be a great time to do it.
Well, I believe in this election that party affiliation doesn't matter. You choose the proper person to do the job with your ideals and concerns, because one day you're going to be at that podium for one of your associations, one of your problems. You're going to be there, and who's listening? And don't worry about party affiliation. In this election, in August, it's a primary. And I know many of my friends are running, and their concerns, we need a good, strong board. I'll be there in August, and I'm going to get my thousands of votes. But remember the people that are there, strong, we're with good individuals. They need that vote now, so that when we get to August, we have the proper people there, plus me. And that's what's going to be important. And me, most definitely, because I know the thousands of votes will be there. They were there last time. This time I look them to be even bigger and more stronger, because people now know who they want there to sit in that chair. And that's what we need. We need people like that.
Good. Any other reason people should vote for you?
Well,
You have a desire. I know you have a desire.
I have a passion.
And you have some
I have a
talent.
passion. I have the talent. I have the leadership. I have all the qualities, except I can only do so much from the podium. But I have to get up there and help the people. You know, I know that I would truly and honestly look forward to being a trustee. I'd be honored to be a trustee here in Shelby Township. And I'm hoping that people see that the same way. But we got to get out there and vote in August. It's important. That's where 95% of the people getting in will be done. And we have to get the strong people in the future leadership of this community.
Very good. Clarence Cook, candidate for trustee. I wish you much success.
Thank you very
Thank you
much,
for being
Wayne.
here today.
And
Nice to see you again.
I appreciate everything that this community has done, and yourself too. Thank you.
Thank you very much.